Bonjour and welcome, viewers and students, to Let's Speak French, Parlons Français. These lessons on basic French are short and easy, and if you follow the program regularly, I can assure you that very soon you will be able to understand French quite easily. In the previous class, we revised definite articles, indefinite articles, contracted articles and partitive articles. In today's lesson, we will review the prepositions of location and the tonic pronouns. The lesson has been divided into two sections. The first section covers the prepositions of location, while the second section re-examines the tonic pronouns. In the first section, we will review the prepositions of location. We'll begin with a short text consisting of several prepositions of location. Je suis chez mamie. Voici sa chambre. Elle a un lit, une armoire et un bureau dans sa chambre. L'armoire est entre la porte et le lit. Il y a un beau tapis devant son lit. Derrière le lit, elle a une belle photo de la famille. Sous le bureau, mamie garde un petit tabouret. Elle utilise ce tabouret lorsqu'elle veut mettre quelque chose sur l'armoire. Next, let me review what a preposition of location is. There are many prepositions in the French language, and most can be categorized into three groups: prepositions of position, of time and of movement. In today's lesson, we will revise only prepositions of position. Prepositions of position are those that indicate a location. In other words, the preposition functions as a marker that indicates where something or someone is located. In the sentences, the book is in the bag or the fruits are on the table, the word in and on are prepositions that specify where something is situated. In a sentence, the preposition is always positioned after the verb. A nominal group always follows immediately after the preposition. This nominal group may consist of a noun, a pronoun, or a proper noun. Now let's revise some of the most frequently used prepositions of location. The first preposition is devant. Devant means in front of. Let's consider the sentence where a noun follows the preposition. La voiture est garée devant la porte. This sentence translates as the car is parked in front of the door. When a preposition is followed by a noun, we must always remember to include the article of the noun as well. In the text, we have an example where devant is followed by a noun. The noun is preceded by the possessive adjective son. Il y a un beau tapis devant son lit. This sentence translates as there is a beautiful carpet in front of her bed. The second preposition is derrière. Derrière translates as behind in English. Let's consider the sentence where a pronoun follows the preposition. Je me cache derrière lui. The English equivalent of this sentence is I hide behind him. When a preposition is followed by a pronoun, the tonic pronouns are used. In the text, we have an example where the preposition derrière is followed by a noun. The noun is preceded by the definite article le. Derrière le lit, elle a une belle photo de la famille. This sentence translates as behind the bed, there is a beautiful family photo. The third preposition is Dans. Dans translates as in English. Let's consider the sentence where a noun follows the preposition. Les clés sont dans ma poche. The English equivalent of this sentence is the keys are in my pocket. In the text, we have an example where the preposition of location dans is followed by a noun. The noun is preceded by the possessive adjective ça. Elle a un lit, une armoire et un bureau dans sa chambre. This sentence translates as she has a bed, a cupboard, and a desk in her bedroom. The fourth preposition is sur. Sur translates as on in English. Let's consider the sentence where a noun follows the preposition. Le chat dort sur le canapé. The English equivalent of this sentence is the cat is sleeping on the sofa. In the text, we have an example where the preposition sur is followed by a noun. The noun is preceded by the definite article L'. Elle utilise ce tabouret lorsqu'elle veut mettre quelque chose sur l'armoire. This sentence translates as she uses the stool when she wants to place something on top of the cupboard. The fifth preposition is sous. Sous translates as under in English. Let's consider the sentence where a noun follows the preposition. Le livre est sous les papiers. The English equivalent of this sentence is the book is under the papers. In the text, we have an example where the preposition of location sous is followed by a noun. The noun is preceded by the definite article le. Sous le bureau, Mamie garde un petit tabouret. This sentence translates as Mommy keeps a small stool under the desk. The sixth preposition is entre. Entre translates as between in English. Let's consider the sentence where a proper noun follows the preposition. Je m'assois entre Claude et Jacques. The English equivalent of this sentence is I sit between Claude and Jack. When a preposition is followed by a proper noun, no determiners are used. In the text, we have an example where the preposition of location entre is followed by a noun. The noun is preceded by the definite article la. L'armoire est entre la porte et le lit. This sentence translates as the cupboard is between the door and the bed. Finally, the last preposition that I'll revise in today's lesson is chez. Chez is a typical French preposition that can be translated as at, but generally indicates at someone's place. This place could be someone's home or workplace. For instance, when you say in English, I'm going to the doctor, or we go to the station, you use the preposition to in both cases. In French, you'd use chez for the doctor because you are going to a person. But you'd use à when talking about going to the station because the station is a building and not a person. Let me show you the French translation of these two sentences. Je vais chez le médecin and nous allons à la gare. In the text, we have an example where the preposition of location chez is followed by a proper noun. Je suis chez mamie. This sentence translates as I am at mommy's. Now let's do a short exercise. Fill in the blank with the right preposition of location. Sam marche space Gilles et moi. The answer is entre. Sam marche entre Gilles et moi. Sam walks between Gilles and me. Les vêtements sont space la valise. The right answer is dans. Les vêtements sont dans la valise. The clothes are in the suitcase. Now let us revise tonic pronouns. Let's begin with a short text. Mon frère regarde la télé le soir, pas moi. Moi, je fais les devoirs le soir. Mon frère préfère faire les devoirs le matin. Mon père et mon frère se lèvent tôt. Mon père s'assoit avec lui et les deux travaillent jusqu'à 7 heures. Ma mère se réveille vers 6 heures et prépare le petit déjeuner pour eux. C'est moi qui se lève la dernière. Et toi, tu te lèves quand? Now, let's review the tonic pronouns. Tonic pronouns are also known as stress pronouns and disjunctive pronouns. Each tonic pronoun corresponds to a subject pronoun. This means there are 8 tonic pronouns in French. This table lists them out. Je, moi, tu, toi, il, lui, elle, nous, vous, il, eux, elle. As you can see from this table, nous, vous and the third person feminine, both singular and plural, are identical to their corresponding subject pronouns. But je becomes moi, tu becomes toi, il singular becomes lui, and il plural becomes eux. Now let's review when to use tonic pronouns. There are 3 situations that call for a tonic pronoun. Tonic pronouns to emphasize the subject of a sentence. In French, there are 2 structures that can be used to emphasize a person or a thing. The first structure is c'est or ce sont. In French, when you place the phrase c'est or ce sont right before the subject, you highlight the subject. If the subject is a person and you wish to replace the noun or proper noun with a pronoun, it is the tonic pronoun that is used. For example, ce sont Thomas et Gérard qui ont commencé la dispute. If we wish to replace the subject with a pronoun, we use the tonic pronoun eux and not the subject pronoun il. Ce sont eux qui ont commencé la dispute. This sentence translates as, it is they who started the quarrel. In the text, we have an example of this. C'est moi qui se lève la dernière. It's I who wake up last. By repeating a subject, one can also highlight the subject. So when the subject pronoun needs to be emphasized, the corresponding tonic pronoun is placed before the subject pronoun. This repetition results in highlighting the subject doing the verb. For example, lui, il travaille à l'hôpital. The English equivalent of this sentence is he, yes, he works at the hospital. In the text, we have 3 examples of this. Moi, je fais mes devoirs le soir. Me, I do my homework in the evening. Mais mon frère, lui, il préfère regarder la télé le soir. But my brother, he prefers watching TV in the evening. Et toi, tu te lèves quand? And you, when do you wake up? Tonic pronouns as subject when the verb is absent but obvious. There are situations where a phrase doesn't have a verb, but the verb is implied or obvious. In such situations, one uses a tonic pronoun. For example, il aime le sport, mais moi, pas du tout. There isn't any verb in the phrase mais moi pas du tout. So in such cases, we cannot use a subject pronoun. The corresponding tonic pronoun must be used. This sentence translates as he likes sports, but I not at all. In the text, we have an example of this. Pas moi, not me. After a preposition. A third situation that requires tonic pronouns is when a pronoun follows a preposition. One can never place a subject pronoun after a preposition. Tonic pronouns are always positioned after a preposition. For example, je veux sortir avec toi. Avec is a preposition, and instead of using the subject pronoun tu, we use the tonic pronoun toi instead. This sentence translates as I want to go out with you. In the text, we have an example of this. Mon père s'assoit avec lui. My father sits with him. Ma mère prépare le petit déjeuner pour eux. My mother prepares breakfast for them. Now let's do a short exercise. Fill in the blank with the right tonic pronoun. Space, je suis italienne. Elle, moi, vous. The right answer is moi. Moi, je suis italienne. Here the tonic pronoun emphasizes on the subject. Me, I am Italian. Elle parle français. Space, anglais. Il, tu, lui. The right answer is lui. Elle parle français, lui, anglais. Here, the tonic pronoun replaces the subject pronoun because the subject pronoun cannot be used since the verb is missing. She speaks French, he, English. Je parle avec, space, eux, il, moi. The right answer is eux. Je parle avec eux. Here the tonic pronoun follows a preposition, so we cannot use the subject pronoun. This sentence translates as I am speaking to them. With this we come to the end of our fourth lesson. This lesson was divided into two sections. The first section reviewed the prepositions of location. The second section covered the tonic pronouns in French. I hope you enjoyed today's session. In the next lesson, we will revise the prepositions used with geographical names. I hope to see you in the next session. Thank you and à bientôt. See you soon.